Libra, good morning. How are you today? Alrighty. If you're new to my channel, thank you for clicking on me. If you're returning, thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly appreciate you. This is not my day job, so please be aware that my time is limited. I do the videos as I find time. You can, however, request private readings in the description box. There's a link. Venmo donations are welcome, but not demanded. You don't have to. Please take into consideration these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you're a cross watcher, switch roles if you need to, if that feels accurate. Also check your chart, your full star chart, astrology chart, whichever you want to call it, to make sure that one of those signs isn't yours. That's it for the well, not yet, hold on. Mercury retrograde is November 9th through the 29th. It can disrupt communication, delay plans, and prompt deeper introspection. So check everything, especially computers, text messages, emails, all that stuff. Make sure that they are going through accurately. Slow down while writing. Make sure that you fill everything out properly and click the right boxes and all that kind of stuff. Beware of exes trying to come back in. Also, beware of your own emotions, and make sure you don't call back in somebody who you've already gotten rid of. Give yourself the closure that you need so that you don't have to get it from them and bring them back in. Yeah, that's it. All right, so I hope you're all doing great today. I will take the top one. Well, I'll go ahead and take them all. They're all in reverse. Free your inner fire, knowing your song, and Screech Owl. I'm going to turn these around so that I can see them better. I do like to read the book because there's always more in it than I can think of to say along with it. So, woodpecker's rhythm is said to be the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Find your own heartbeat, put your right hand over your heart and feel its thrum. Sit with it, allowing the feel to swell in your veins. Are you having trouble feeling your heartbeat? Find it in your pulse in your neck or wrist. See if you can imitate the rhythm vocally. Pileated woodpecker is energetically huge. He's noisy. He's got a big bright red tuft on the top of his head, and he's a dang big bird. Because woodpecker gets agitated before storms, he has been associated with a clap of thunder. When woodpecker appears, expect big movement in your life. Notice what feels out of sync or not in flow to help you know the direction from which the storm is coming. If woodpecker brings big thunder, he also brings the medicine to things to help you through it. That medicine is rhythm. Rhythm can mean many things. It can literally be music, dance, or the beat of the drum. What rhythms do you have in place to help you through life's thunderstorms? What routines can you fall back on when life feels topsy-turvy? What practices no longer serve you but keep doing them because you're in the rhythm? Now, whenever I was meditating on the cards, snake skin came out, or snake came out, and it was, I don't remember the other card, but both of them were suggesting that you were struggling with something. You're having a difficult time. There was a change coming and you didn't want to deal with it. You were struggling with it. And so this may have a lot to do with it. Because what practices no longer serve you, but you keep doing them because you're in the rhythm. 131 for the house finch. House finch can thank his plain and tatty feathers for giving him the freedom to fly. If he had been a more beautiful bird, if his looks had matched his singing voice, he'd be known as the Hollywood finch and be living in a cage. While house may be a less glamorous moniker than Hollywood, finch is here to remind you that having it all isn't always what it seems to be. In our desire to be more beautiful, richer, more charismatic, we rarely stop to think about the flip side of those seemingly desirous traits. Being super smart can be super lonely. Having a gorgeous body might mean people judge you before they know you. Being really rich leaves you open to jealousy. Instead of focusing on how perfect life would be if only you were fill in the blank with your recurring wish, think about a gift you already have, like House Finch's song that you could amplify and share. Oh, 47 for the screech owl. Which is actually right next to the snake that I was looking at, and shedding your skin and growing. So humans are infinitely creative. Oops, hold on. Creativity says a snake can live in an owl's nest and an owl can imitate a tree. In order to make these types of creative cognitive leaps, you need to shift out of your usual way of problem solving. If you're like most people, problem solving begins with thinking hard until your brain smells a bit like burnt rubber. Let's give your brain a new way of working. Grab a pen and paper and draw your problems. This isn't about creating something beautiful. It's a way to shift the part of your brain that is doing the problem solving. Experiment to figure out what works best for you. You can create abstract drawings or comic strips. Try turning difficult concepts or emotions into pictures. Expressing your feelings about a fight with your partner or decision about your job in images instead of words changes your thought patterns, which in turn gives you new and creative ways to approach problems. You can also try collage. If you find yourself envious of others' creativity, begin to notice how your own creativity expresses itself. Remember, it's not all about fine arts and poetry. Creativity is ultimately about how we craft our daily lives. All right, so why is Libra having such a hard time with jealousy and there's something causing a conflict, some tension, rivalry. Again, with the death and rebirth and change, new beginnings. There's really something new trying to come in and you are just, you're stuck. You're having a hard time letting it come in because you want to hold on to it. Your spirituality. I'm drawn to the spirituality. Sorry if the slurping is loud. You have faith for it. You're hopeful. You want it. But you're struggling. There's a lot of struggle here. What is the struggle about? You're feeling uninspired, probably because of health problems. You want to give up. You're torn. You want your financial independence. You'd like to be able to take care of yourself. You miss being able to take care of yourself. You miss that strong side of you. You miss being strong. You miss being physically strong, financially strong. You just miss being independent. But health is... Your health is concerning you. This fear of your health. Where is this coming from? The devil. You're addicted to something else. What is this? Maybe there's addictions. Maybe there's unhealthy yeah, functioning addict, caretaker, rock bottom, enabler. Sometimes let me find my words. My words aren't wanting to word this morning. Functioning addict and the devil, definitely addictions. Sometimes your addictions can get in the way, and addictions are just, you know, they're as simple as, they don't have to be alcohol or drugs. They can be, I'm not saying they aren't, but they can be our phone. They can be social media. They can be eating too much, eating the wrong foods. Sometimes you just get drawn into researching it to death instead of doing it. You just become so concerned with doing it right that you don't do it at all. There's a lot of self-doubt. You're feeling out of control. Some of you could be going on a vacation soon. Traveling. It doesn't have to be long distance. It could be like extended, you could be driving a lot to and from for work or chores that need to be done. You know, like an hour-long drive to get to the grocery store, or an hour-long drive to pick somebody up and take them somewhere else. It may not be what you want. Yes, you want to be with that person, you want to spend time with them, but you hate the drive. You really seriously do not like doing that. And you feel out of control. You just, yeah. All right. Why is Libra allowing this situation to go on? That one just sort of spins there. Forgiveness, but it is in reverse. 7, a life path of 7. Sometimes we unintentionally cause hurt or pain to others. Sometimes our motive really is to hurt, Now is the time for self-inventory and making amends. Your alignment task is to be 100% accountable for your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, motives, and actions. You are not doing this, however, to experience forgiveness from someone else or even from yourself. It is to have the strength and fortitude to be accountable and take responsibility for your actions. In this way, neither guilt nor shame can take root in your heart. You stand empowered and humble with your head high no matter the consequences. You will always be the beneficiary of such an act. The goddess Bronwyn says deep healing comes from this kind of courage and respect. Yeah, so you're struggling to forgive. That's what's going on here is there's lack of forgiveness on your part for yourself or for others. Are you doing this? Why is Libra struggling with this forgiveness? And sometimes, and I add this every single time, forgiving other people is not, they may have done something very serious. They may not deserve your forgiveness. But the one thing you can do is give yourself closure so that you don't hold on to the anger and the, yeah. Holding on to the anger can be unhealthy. However, sometimes you do need to hold on to the anger a little bit just so that until you reach the point where you're okay with, you realize you're not going to allow those people back in your life. Sometimes we hold on to that anger to remind ourselves what these people did so that we don't allow them to come back in. Infidelity, separation, yeah. The Lovers in reverse. There's a lot of air sign. There's a lot of air in this. Yep. Aquarius possibly. Excuse me, sorry. Just a lot of air. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Gemini. Yeah, I already said Gemini. Maybe you're trying to forgive somebody because they were, and when I say infidelity, it does not mean that somebody had an affair. It could be. I have no idea what your situation is. It could be somebody was dishonest behind your back. Somebody, somebody said something about you. Or somebody said it to your face and you were not expecting it because they've never said anything about it before. But usually it's behind your back. Which is what hurts the most. You're critiquing yourself, you're criticizing yourself without forgiving yourself. We all make mistakes. We all make a lot of mistakes, but we have to forgive ourselves for them. And that one I do agree that you have to forgive yourself. You may not have to forgive the other person, but you do need to forgive yourself. Take the time to look at it from a different situation, from all the angles. See it for what it is. Woo. I will take this one because it's all of those and that one. Because right now you're struggling You've made some decisions, but you don't think they're good ones, and you're not giving yourself credit. You're struggling with you don't understand why you made those decisions. You're not happy with them. Murder, witness, suicide. So maybe there was something that you saw. There was a death to a situation, an end, an abrupt end that you didn't see coming, and you don't understand why. You don't know what you did, and you're trying to figure out why. Yeah, that one is, I looked over and saw that one, and it's the Tower card. In this deck, it is, yeah, this side is, you see the Tower event coming, and you're able to do something, and you in this one, it has already happened, and everything is just falling down around you, and you can't stop it. You feel like you have no control over whatever is going on. And sometimes it's, sometimes it is okay to just watch everything fall apart and walk away without picking up the pieces. It's not our job to fix everything. That may sound callous, but sometimes that is the best thing that you can do. However, you need to forgive yourself. You need to realize, hey, I don't have a degree in this. I don't know what I'm doing. If I try to fix it, I will most likely make it worse. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not fill in the blank. You can only go with what you know and the knowledge that you have at the moment. That is, you can only see or be seen with what you have and with what that other person has. How is this manifesting? How is this manifesting in Libra's life? What is this? Oh, boundaries. You're struggling with them. Either somebody has set boundaries on you and you don't agree with them, or they hurt your feelings. Something here happened, and somebody put boundaries on you, or you are struggling to set boundaries with others when you should be. I see a lot of sevens here. So maybe a 7 life path, or 7 just means something to you. Clarify these boundaries. If you learn these boundaries, if you learn to set boundaries, it will be a huge accomplishment. If you allow these boundaries, if you follow, how do I do that? How do I say this? Again, my words are not wanting to word. If you follow these boundaries and you accept them as they are, you can take the time to learn more about yourself and what caused you to be in that position. And take the time to ask them questions as to, be open and find out why it happened. What did you do wrong? It will help bring things, it will move things forward. It will And if you learn to set them, it will give you new willpower, some inspiration. It will take you back over here to these Calypso's whining. I'm not sure if she's complaining or yeah. But it'll take you back over here to setting boundaries with yourself. Getting started, and that maybe that's what the boundaries is about. Maybe it's a boundary with yourself. Whenever we say we're going to eat healthy and exercise more, we need to do it. We need to follow through. Yeah, you can set the boundary. You can say it all you want to. However, it'll go in one ear and out the other. People will stop listening to you, stop helping you because, well, you're not actually following through with, you know, if you're, you know, it has to do with manifesting. If you're trying to manifest something, you actually have to take the steps to get there. You can't just say, I want to be skinny, and the universe says, okay, poof, you're skinny. You have to put in the work. You have to eat the right foods. You have to do the exercise. And don't just keep studying it. Okay, well, this is what would be best. This is what I should be doing. This is what, no, you need to get up off your butt and do it. And as you go, you can make the changes that are needed. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Make your own, create your own destiny, create your own fate. Make your own changes. So what is a hidden power that Libra is suppressing? Nine plus 1 is 10, which is completion. Loyalty to people and situations can turn into attachment that results in stagnation, enmeshment, and loss of integrity. Do you fear what will happen if you let a relationship evolve? Are you afraid that asking for a situation to change will make others see you as disloyal? Trust that when dog spirit appears, you are meant to accept the turning of the wheel of life and the changing of fortunes. If you feel you are being betrayed or are growing apart from someone, let dog spirit reconnect you with your commitment to love in all its forms. Perhaps a relationship is meant to evolve. Perhaps you are meant to evolve too, so that you can experience the growth for which your soul yearns. Your greatest loyalty is to love, so be open to all of its many guises, including self-love. You deserve the best, and that is what Spirit wants for you. Yeah, that'll go back all the way over to here. You be loyal to yourself. If it's making you sick, don't do it. If it's not helping you, figure out a way to get rid of it. If you need to exercise, figure out if your knees can't handle it, doing Zumba, get an elliptical, or do yoga or Tai Chi, something like that your knees can handle and won't take the abuse or the beating. It's that simple. The follow-through is what's difficult. I believe it's 30 days. After 30 days, it becomes a habit. I don't know. I could be wrong on that one, but And I say that, how do I put that? As I said, my words aren't wording. Do I need to clarify this any? If this person is causing you that much distress, then you should probably, Knight of Pentacles from behind. You probably need to, you need to walk away from whatever is causing you that much distress. It isn't healthy for you. If it's a person, if it's, all this anxiety, you need to, whatever's causing, and then there's the World Decompletion card, and she is just smiling and grinning. Walk away from it, whatever is causing you all that anxiety and all of that distress. This time to just walk away from, it's difficult emotionally and mentally and all of that, but it's worth it. It's self-love, it's self-care. So how can they reclaim this? How can Libra reclaim or embrace this lost part of themselves, this ability to set boundaries? Stop nurturing others. It's time to nurture yourself. Stop smothering. Let me turn to, I'll read it for you. It's a quick one. I get it often. Do not mistake smothering, enabling, or infantilizing actions as signs of love. Once you release the object of your care, your life is not over. A new mystery begins. That also pertains to people who do the same thing to you. If they I hate that word, I can't say it. Infantilize you, treat you like an infant, treat you like a child, simply because, well, they don't like your rules or they don't like your boundaries. Well, you're acting like a child. I don't want to listen to you. You walk away. If you realize that you are doing that if you realize that you are doing that to an adult who is capable of taking care of themselves, and you know that they're smart enough, you know that they can handle it, and you're trying to mother them, check yourself first. Make sure, ask them, do you want my advice, or are you just needing to unload? Are you just needing to talk and get it out of your system? I will sit here, I will listen to you if that's what it is that you want. If you want my advice, but always ask before giving your advice. It is not, sometimes people just need to brain dump. All right, let's get a message card for Libra. Let's get a message card for Libra. Aligning your inner compass. Page 27, so 9. In the tales of people native to the Pacific Northwest, Raven asks the sun, Raven stole the sun. Bad Raven, you might think, but life is rarely so cut and dry. It's time's beginning. The world lived in darkness, and the swirling and never-ending night lived Raven. Raven's feathers were as white as the stars that did not shine, and his heart was as fiery as the absent sun. Raven fell in love with Eagle's daughter, and as often happens during courtship, was invited to Eagle's home. When Raven entered Eagle's eyrie, he was startled to find a massive globe of fire warming Eagle's hearth. This fiery sphere was enough to light not just the eyrie, but the whole benighted world. Raven knew what he had to do and the love it would cost, but the world was dark and filled with suffering, so Raven grabbed that fiery globe and soared up Eagle's chimney. Raven flew higher and higher, his bright white wings now covered in chimney soot. With Eagle in chase, Raven hurled the fiery sphere as hard and high as he possibly could. Eagle screeched in fury as the sun flew out of his reach and settled, sighing, into its home in the sky. To this day, Raven's wings remain dark as the night that existed before he stole the sun. Yes, baby. In modern days, our primary relationships... Sovereignty is an ancient concept which ties the land to its people and the people to their land. Sovereignty in its purest form is not about ownership, it's about relationship. In modern days, our primary relationships are often with other people, but what if your primary relationship was with yourself and from a place of self-sovereignty with the land? Oh, goodness. Find a place to sit quietly outdoors and remember this is not about ownership, it's about relationship. You do not need to own the land on which you are sitting. So, yeah. This is about sovereignty and self-care, and I think this all just really hits at home. So, anywho. I am me. Sorry, I still have not figured out how to show myself and the cards at the same time. So, anywho, thank you for watching. I hope this helped. Leave a like, share, subscribe, comment. Hello, Tia. I hope to see you again. Thank you for watching.